Welcome to my channel. It's been over a year. I've done like 4 videos because, let's say, I was instructed to take it easy on the criminal while our unofficial investigation going forward. The topic for today is going to be the governor of Florida used his executive order to suspend a state official. The first thing we do at Corruption Voluntary is what? We take the oath. I will support, defend, and protect the U.S. Constitution. This is what every elected official does. Supposed to do. They don't. All of your elected officials took the oath, support and defend the Constitution. Think of them as your attorney. They represent your interests first, not the government or business. That's what their number one duty is. Serve and protect the people. They should not be taking government interests or business interests first. That's why they call representatives. They represent you, your watchdog. Okay, let's go with the government must obey the law and follow all legal procedure and safeguards. That's their responsibility. Our and your representative and legislator should protect your rights. Our Constitution cannot be amended by statute, while your legislator can legislate to protect your constitutional right. You cannot legislate them away. Okay, Fifth Amendment right. You cannot be tricked or fooled or coerced to give away your rights to due process. Where they write the law is the government attorney will write law and benefit the government or business interest first, not yours. Their job is to protect your interest first. The courts are enforcing guidelines provided by government. Guidelines do not match uniform traffic law, civil and criminal procedure. The guidelines, statutes, ordinance, executive order, mandate is a workaround your rights and due process. The government law use deceptive practice in forcing you to pay payments by according with written guidelines provided by government. That's what the judges are doing, law enforcement is doing. They're enforcing guidelines, policy, manual, or statutes that violate your rights. And these attorneys know that. I won court rulings on this. Defendant may overcome showing being compulsed to pay or coerced to pay. That's what they do in the statutes, guidelines, policy. I like to use my social media pages to educate everybody from government, media, or individual. Okay, because when I file complaints to the government, they don't respond or they won't be recorded in the computer database. So I do most of my education on Twitter. I got a YouTube channel, Corruption CZAR Network. The government like to lie to you, give you false information all the time. The gap what you learn in school, in law school, and actually practice is still problematical. There's a gap what the subject you taught in school and what the law is. See, remember, guidelines, all attorneys are working a process system, not due process system. Guideline is a process system. That's what the law enforcement, the courts are doing. They work in that system, not they know their system. They know check and balance in the system. It's just to process people for revenue. Okay, we got a lot of unethical practices by the professional people in government. They look out for each other because they all got liability. I have found motions in the courts. Okay, we have a problem with the court by not recording stuff in the computer system. Okay, or not responding to complaints. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Well, law enforcement had banned me from red light camera stuff. Our lawmakers not protecting our rights. If you go to court and win, you're entitled to damages. How come we're not getting it? How come that's not written in the law? Here is an example of deceptive practice written. Okay? See, the city guidelines have it, you had to make a complete stop. When the Florida statute says you can stop prudently. Okay? So that's one of them. Okay, I had emailed the governor about misconduct by government agency. I think I got 4 emails into today. I sent one a couple days ago. So check this out. Okay, the government attorney using deceptive practices in businesses to try to trick and fool you out of your rights. I'm asking for a fair settlement, and everybody else get their settlement, because everything written in the program, red light camera program, was fraudulent demands, fraudulent laws. Each person entitled to damages. Each male when they entitled to $15,000. If they spend your driving $250,000, over $2 million for false arrest. They've broken privacy law by letting the camera company put information in, find out who is. First of all, a violation of it is not a real trafficking infraction. Now they violate privacy laws. Now we can turn around and sue the plaintiff. Look, the original defendant can turn around and sue the malicious prosecution. There is a list of money got to be paid out if you're victim of illegal prosecution. All the government employees responsible for wrongful or failure to do their job. The city cannot set immunity clauses like a statute, a limitation, or limit on how much you get paid. They think they can. They're the same people who write the guidelines for the red light camera program. You can't make your own rules up. That ain't the law. Yes, we can see the Supreme Court said you may sue government agents for damage when they violate your individual rights. What comes first, your right or safety? Your rights. Just remind you, when they write guideline, policy, statute, they cannot circumvent your rights or due process, access to due process. Can't be trickle-fool and give away your rights. Can't get trickle-fool, pay your money. We got a problem with the courts and government attorney or government agent not protecting our rights. They trying not to adhere a First Amendment right to petition the government or the Florida statute amendment, Article 121. The court shall be open to every person, arraignment or injury and justice shall be administered without sale or deny. They did not. This here, Florida Attorney General the Florida Supreme Court, so you can't bring red light camera cases to the Supreme Court or any courts like that. You violate our rights. Other deceptive practice is we have a deal. It's a non-criminal offense. Somehow, if you don't pay the demand, correct, or voluntary payment, they suspend your driver's license and it lead to false arrest. That's punishment. This is one of the most important precedent case ever. The government can't force you to pay any fines or fees without losing a court of law. You can't suspend a driver's license or put restriction on a driver's license because of this. In civil procedure, we had a deal. It's non-criminal. You can't suspend our driver's license.